Hey guys, I really wanted to make a post commentary on this Plateau PB. It's like really amazing what can be accomplished by just purely focusing on your goal. And that's what happened with this Plateau PB. And this Plateau PB almost was also a PB for Breath of the Wild 80% Amiibo as well. I just messed up reflecting the laser at the very last second, which is unfortunate, but to have a run, basically, plateau is half of the run. And to have a plateau as good as this one, and to just keep that time save all the way up until the last laser shot you really need, is sort of like the last push in the game. It's just really amazing to me, and I'm really proud of that. I'm gonna try my best to explain the tricks as it's happening. Like for example, I'm gonna clip out of Shrine of Resurrection, and it depends on like three things. One, the camera angle. Two, how Link is facing. And three, when you press the Sheikah Slate. Now, I don't think I got this particular clip really fast, but it was fast enough. It's mainly the movement that makes me save so much time over my old plateau PB, which was a, a 15, and I beat it by about 10 seconds. Might be a little bit different on speedrun.com, just because when you retime it, uh, it's more accurate. So maybe it's like a 1507, perhaps even a 1504, but that's kind of unlikely. In any case, we go over here to pick up the shield, and we could technically pick up the shield at the next Boko place we're gonna pass through, because it's obviously faster to just go straight to the Boko base in the snow, but it's a little bit more difficult. There's more RNG, and it's just a real hassle. A lot of the time, I mostly just get hit by the Volkovan, and it's really annoying. So I don't do it just yet. But when the plateau times get a little bit even faster than this, I think that's when I'll start doing it. Oh, maybe not even plateau. More like when the whole 80% runs are a little bit faster, that's when I'll just go straight to this Boko base. But yeah, I shield surf down there. You can actually just take a right and climb up on the other side. It doesn't really matter which way you take. I just like sliding down. And shield surf down here. And yeah, if you jump at the right time, and as long as you have just about enough speed, you can actually make that climb within 3 jumps exactly. But I didn't have enough speed there, so he kind of like stopped short. Now what I'm basically gonna do here is get Screw by hitting Link's shield on a sloped surface. Then after I do that, I angle myself just right and put myself in the right position. Now when I do a shield jump and then unequip my shield, Link will basically clip through the shrine and then I'm in. Then since the ground is high enough, when I crouch and then stand back up, I'm actually just able to press A and enter use the elevator like that. Every time I do that, it kind of feels good when I get it right. Because sometimes it's a little bit picky. You don't want to be too far left or right with your angle when you're trying to clip into the elevator, basically. Now, of course, you want to stop that right there. Then after that, you stop the boulder. And in actuality, if you miss the boulder, it's not that much of a time loss. And I do sometimes miss it for some reason. Although it's not that hard to like get. I almost forgot to talk about the jump. The jump is kind of one of the toughest things when you start learning the game. But as you start doing it over and over, it does get a lot easier. I rarely miss it unless my actual screw makes me mess up. Like for example, I could land on the edge of the platform, but because I unequip my shield at just the right place on the platform, he kind of clips backwards and he just falls into the void, and it's really unfortunate when that happens. And I think that's happened to quite a couple runners too. The fastest thing to do here is to go down, up, down for these text boxes. Now, this is where the run really gets interesting. And I think this is the only... Well, there are actually two main cutscenes in Plateau. Cutscenes like this one, at least. Okay, first I do a stasis launch using a boulder. I shoot it upwards so I land on the top of the wall. 3 hits is all I need. Then I shield surf all the way to... Alright, here. I kind of like bounced up right there. You're supposed to jump, but bouncing works as well. In fact, that might have been a little bit faster than maybe jumping. Yeah, this is the first BTB. Bullet time bounce. The key for this BTB, for you to go fast with this bullet time bounce, is to time it practically as late as possible so you get more horizontal distance rather than more vertical distance. Then I grabbed onto the shrine to like shift Link's angle basically. It sets Link's angle. Then I did the same thing here. And since the ground isn't high enough, unlike with Magnesis, you have to jump up and clip into the elevator. Going into slow motion generally is actually pretty buggy in itself. Like, this can also be used on objects as well. It's practically the same method. It's pretty cool to see. Like, you could like launch a, like for example, a crate so high in the air, it's like never seen again. The game essentially miscalculates Link's speed by a ton. Instead of slowing down the game by a certain amount, it does the complete opposite. It speeds up the like object or Link, for example, by that amount. I believe that's the case. But I did cryo jump. That's what that trick is called. Nothing really special there. Just using the normal physics of Breath of the Wild. You might notice that I don't skip the cutscene after I get the... I forgot what it's called in English. Well, after I get the, medal, I don't skip the cutscene immediately. That's because if I skip the cutscene immediately, the game will actually take longer to load. So after I wait for about 5 seconds, once the text is gone from the screen, that's when I can skip it again. Now, for this BTB, I think this is my new favorite one. Because I found a really, really fast way to do this setup. You just simply do that. Unfortunately, when trying to do the BTB like this, you most likely get high BTBs, which kind of lowers the chance of getting unloaded. But for this Plateau PB, I did get unloaded. Seems like I was low enough. It's kind of interesting how the shrines themselves aren't hard necessarily. It's everything we do to get to shrine. Except for perhaps Cryonis Shrine and Bomb Shrine. The shrines you do in Plateau aren't hard at all. But I do have to apologize that I'm not using splits. That's because when I was recording, I wasn't in the correct layout in Streamlabs OBS. So you aren't able to see the splits in this video. I'll make sure I do that next time though. There's an important thing I do here, and that's after this little thing. I jump here, the Magnesis the box in the right way. Then, if you still have Scoo, you would just simply do what I did there. Because by then, your Scoo should be gone. Because if you complete or if you somewhat complete a shield jump, your Scoo disappears, and that's a good thing. I'm gonna wait about 5 seconds until this the text on the screen is gone again. Now, a lot of people dislike this PTB. This PTB is okay with me. I guess I like it as a trick, but in doing it in runs is kind of frustrating sometimes because these Copelands do not cooperate. But you can manipulate the Copelands. It depends on like camera angle, where the slab I use right here hits, and Link's position, of course. The Bacolton actually noticed me, so I moved to the left a little bit and then came back to my position. That was a really good save by me, and that's one of the reasons why I love this Plateau PB. It's just the little things sometimes, the little things you have to do in order to like not lose as much time as you are going to. It's really, really neat. And the decision making as well. As an actual shrine to do, I think I like Bomb Shrine the most. Like, it's the most fun to do, to be honest. Like, it has the most things you have to do with the controller. Some things are precise, but still really, really fun. You're going to see me use the bomb immediately to blow up the, you know, the... I'm not sure what to call those, the cubes, the cracked cubes first. Then after that, I'm going to jump and place a bomb while he's jumping. And that's like really, really fast. Then after the bomb explodes, make sure you don't get hit. I throw the circular bomb. Make sure it rolls across the platform. Then I jump at the same time I explode the bomb as to not let Link get hit by the explosion. And that's how you make the fast cycle. And it looks really difficult. Once you like practice and practice and practice, it just gets down into muscle memory. And I think that's also what really helped this run too, just muscle memory. Muscle memory and like the confidence to like know you can get really good runs. I think there are two major parts of this run where I can save time. From Magnesis to bombs, I checked my splits. I lost about 10 seconds to my golds. So that it could have been potentially a sub 15 paraglider, and that would have been like the most insane thing ever. And I'm also sure that I can save time on this segment.
Hey.
The angle wasn't too good. And I think that's really the only reason. No, actually there's another reason. I think I messed up sprinting with the axe. It basically does the same thing, It's basically whistle sprinting, but without whistling. And I do that to not scare off the beetle because I was actually letting the beetle determine whether I go for an amiibo run or a no amiibo run. So if the beetle was there, I was gonna continue with no amiibo. If the beetle's not there, I was just going to do amiibo. And since the beetle wasn't there, I was just gonna do amiibo. And I love the fast way I do the launch here. The actual launch setup is really fast, but the angle was kind of off. But that's really the only mistake. So basically around 10 seconds, and perhaps maybe around 5-ish more seconds of me having a better angle for the tree launch. Yeah, that was like a really freaking awesome run, and I'm really proud of this. I do hope I beat this somewhat soon, though, because sub 15 will be the time to get for Plateau in any percent.